Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with your monthly readings for the month of April 2016. This reading is for Gemini. So thank you very much for being here with me and thank you for all you do to support my channel, my website, my work. Please remember these are general readings and so they are not going to apply to everybody watching or not in the same way. You could also check out your moon and rising sign readings as well and see if you get extra messages in those readings. But if you'd like a private reading specific to you and your question, you can go to my website at www.advicetothinktwice.com, the services page, and you'll find all the information you need there. Okay, so Gemini for April of 2016. In the first week of the month, we have the Lovers card, and this is your card, by the way, so I feel like the focus is going to be on you, especially in the first week of the month. It's going to be a lot about what you want to do, what you want to see, what you want to say, where you want to go. There's going to be a few decisions that you have to make almost every day, it feels almost, because it's all up to you and what you want to do, basically. The Lovers also talks about reaching, or the need to reach a compromise, I want to say, between your head and your heart. But oftentimes it means choosing between something that your heart says you want to do and something that your mind says you should do. So you're definitely encouraged to make decisions from the heart in the first week of April, especially, because that is what is going to take you closer to your life's purpose, to your life's path. Of course, this can also mean making a commitment to a company, so signing a contract, getting a job, or it can mean starting a relationship or choosing one person to be with, okay, and just developing that relationship and seeing where you go. In the second week of April 2016, we have the Seven of Cups, and this is a card that says, for the second week of April 2016, please be mindful of the fact that you may have a tendency to daydream, you may have a tendency to live in your head, and not so much have your feet on the ground. This is an energy where you are contemplating. You're looking at your options, you're contemplating what you want to do, where you want to go, what would happen if that happened, what you would say if that happened, what you would do if that happened, what you would like to have happen. It's all very dreamy energy, but the thing is, you're focused so much on that imagination world to the point where it is taking you out of reality, because time passes and you're not actually making any choices or any decisions or any actions, because you're just caught up on contemplating and just thinking about things, okay? This is also telling you, again, decisions. I feel like you're going to have some difficulties either making a decision or sticking to a decision. It could be the decision that you make in the first week. I feel like you have made the decision and then you look back on it and you're not sure, and so you're starting to look over your options once again, even though the decision has been made. Either to reassure yourself that you have made the right decision, or to just look at the options one more time just in case you missed something, or just in case you want to go back. Again, with the Seven of Cups, think about your options, think about what it is that you're doing, if that is what you feel you need to be doing. But don't waste time, don't waste too much time on this. Don't procrastinate, don't put things off, because oftentimes with the Lovers, the decision that you make is right for you, so don't question it so much, and don't waste an entire week, for example, thinking about something that has already happened, the decision has already been made, okay? And the Seven of Cups could also be talking about you looking at your options as to what it is that you can do with this opportunity or this new energy that the Lovers card is talking about. So if, for example, you start a new job, you're really looking at your options. What can you do with that job? How can you make the best of that job? How can you use that job to get to where you want to get, and so on and so forth, okay? In the third week of April, we have the Knight of Pentacles, and this is a positive card. The Knight of Pentacles just means that a lot of you are going to see improvement, a lot of you are going to see progress when it comes to your work life and especially your finances. The Knight of Pentacles does talk about action and change because it is a knight energy. However, with the Knight of Pentacles, he likes to take things slow. He likes to do things properly, by the book, by the plan, follow the rules, do everything that is required in order to get to the outcome that he wants to get to. He does not cut corners. He does not try to force anything. He does not get impatient. He does not lose his head. He's very logical, very balanced and down to earth, and very smart when it comes to finances, when it comes to investments, when it comes to seeing the potential in a job or seeing the potential in some other way of making money, okay? So know that with the Knight of Pentacles, you are going to see change and progress. It just may be a bit slow, or not as quick as you expect it to be, or not as big as quickly as you expect it to happen, okay? It is also telling you to, again, don't lose your head. Don't try to get ahead of yourself. Come up with a plan and stick to your plan, okay? Be clear on what it is that you want, because that is how you start the month. If you make this decision right the first time, then you're not going to spend another week wondering if you made the right decision, and then another week trying to get ahead of yourself and prove to yourself that you've made the right decision or anything like that, okay? You're going to be thinking about how you can make it more and better than it is, and you are going to see change and progress straight off the bat. You just need to be aware of the fact that it takes time, okay? Whatever it is that you're planning, whatever it is that you are working towards, be mindful of the fact that it takes time, okay? But again, if you stick to the plan, you are going to get to the outcome that you desire. And then in the last week of April 2016, we have the Page of Swords. And this is again talking about being impatient and knee-jerking a reaction, or saying or doing something just to see what other people say, what other people think, what other people will do. I feel like you are uneasy with the fact that things are happening slowly, and it's like you are getting bored with yourself until you see the next step, until you see things actually progressing. And that's when things get tricky, because with the Page of Swords, she doesn't think about what she says very much. She just wants to get things done. She just wants to see things moving. She just wants to see what happens, see what people think, see what people say if she does or says anything. Okay, so she's a bit mischievous, and like I say, she's a page, so she's very immature, young energy, not fully aware of the big picture, but she's not really interested in the big picture, okay? It's just a restless type of energy where you feel like being mischievous, okay? And so the card is just telling you, don't do anything rash. Don't push things or people. Don't rush into anything. Be careful what you say or how you say it, because even if you have the best intentions, during this time you may come across a bit forceful or too blunt, okay? Or lacking tact. So be mindful of that, okay? And she's got, what's that called? A telescope attached, okay, to her waist. So she can see the big picture if she chooses to. She can look ahead into the future and see how what she is planning to do or say is going to affect people. but she just chooses not to. She just chooses to take that sword and literally run with it, okay? So a bit of a reckless type energy. So be aware that this is maybe the kind of energy that you find yourself in, and try not to wreck things. And this can be relationships or business relationships or friendships. Again, try to be patient with everything that is happening at the pace that it's happening. And for others, this is someone that you are dealing with, who I feel like they're going to say something to you that is going to make you snap out of it, whatever it is that you have been caught up in, daydreaming about. I feel like there's a certain truth that is headed your way towards the end of the month, that completely snaps you out of it and brings you back to reality, okay, and gives you clarity of mind. And this message may not be, may not be very nice or diplomatic, but it will be honest, and it will be what you need to hear, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. Again, don't take it personally, because this message is meant to help you. This message is meant to snap you out of what it is that is taking up your time and effort, and get you back on track, okay? The overall energy for the month, we have envy. And the woman in the card, she's got pearls in one hand, if you can see. There we go. And she's got something gold in the other hand. And she's like in a silver palace, but she's looking outside to the gold palace. Okay? So this is really a type of grass is always greener on the other side energy. And again, it ties in with the cards. I feel like there's going to be some kind of confusion and impatience potentially this month. I don't know what's going on with the stars. Maybe check out an astrology video or something. I don't know. But there's this restless energy, and once you make a decision, you start to question it and doubt it, because you see what other people are doing and what other people are saying. Or you have trouble making a decision because today you want one thing and tomorrow that may change completely, and so you're basically never happy with where you are. You're always wanting something different, okay? There's a scattered type energy that is coming in for you for the month of April, okay? So the cards are just saying it's not going to be a horrible month. Definitely not. There is opportunity there for you. There are some good news. There is progress happening. You do have, success and riches coming your way. It's important, though, that you take your time, okay? That you don't push through this energy, that you take the time that is necessary to contemplate and plan for the future and where you want to invest these riches that are coming your way this month. And don't scatter them or potentially overlook them just because you're always on the go, just because you're always thinking about the next thing, the next big thing you want to do, okay? It's perfectly fine to have all these ideas and to be so creative. It's really, really good. And you can be very, very successful and enrich your life in so many ways. But you need to find a balance so that this doesn't go to the extreme of you're never happy with where you are. You're always trying to be somewhere else, okay? And then we have your main message of guidance. We have the secret path. And this is what it says. It says, an irresistible pull down a distinct path. Okay? Mystical traditions. It's all about who you are within, who you are, that you maybe do not share with absolutely everyone, that you keep this side of you, this innocence about you, just to yourself. And what I feel about these cards is just focus on your path, okay? The guidance for you, the message of guidance is focus on your path. Focus on what makes you happy. Stop looking around or comparing what you have with what other people have. Stop paying attention or allowing yourself to be influenced by what other people are telling you you should be doing. Only you know what is best for you, okay? And that is why the Lovers card shows up. Only you know what your heart is telling you. Only you know what your intuition is telling you that is meant for you, okay? So I feel like this is telling you just go down your own path and not anyone else's, or don't try to allow anyone to stray you from this path that you need to be on it, because it is your path. And just put some blinders on this month, okay? And just look at things from your perspective. I was saying in the beginning of the reading, it's all about you this month and what you want to do, not what anyone else is telling you you should be doing, okay? So don't allow distractions of any kind to pull you off your own inner path, okay? And again, there's going to be some kind of restless energy and a tendency to always be on the move and never settle where you are, and that implies never being happy with where you are. So please be mindful of that and try to make the time to give yourself credit for how much you've accomplished. Try to take the time to give yourself a break, give yourself a treat, and acknowledge each and every accomplishment that you have throughout the month, okay? So this is the reading that I have for you. Please do let me know if it applies to you and how you make sense of all these messages, because these are general readings. It will be different things for different people, I always say. Thank you very, very much for your support. I hope you have a fantastic month, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.